Hello, Southeast Conference, and thank you again for all the great stuff that you're doing. Sorry you could not make the conference. I would love to be there, but I'm filming from one of the great cities in Alaska, and certainly one of the great cities in Southeast, Ketchikan, and we're having a gorgeous day here. But I just want to talk about some of the things that are going on here, because it's a vision that I think all of us can get behind, and I know that the Southeast Conference is so critical to making this happen. Today, we actually had a really good day in terms of a groundbreaking event for the new pier, new port facility, new office complex for the NOAA Fairweather. This is the research vessel that we believe should be home ported in Ketchikan. It's taken well over 20 years, but we're finally making that happen. We have the money, we have the authorization, and NOAA, the Deputy Secretary of Commerce, we're all here. This is part of what we see as an exciting vision for Southeast. More ships, Coast Guard vessels, research vessels, of course, tourism vessels, and even possibly Navy vessels that we talked about when we had the Secretary of the Navy here last year, icebreakers. We can do this. As a matter of fact, it's starting to happen. Then we are getting the infrastructure throughout Southeast. As a matter of fact, the new infrastructure bill that I'm going to talk briefly about here has almost $200 million for Coast Guard infrastructure for Southeast Alaska. We get all that done, more ships for our state, more ships in Southeast, and then the ship building and ship maintenance capacity to do that, whether in Ketchikan with the Vigor shipyard, the Coast Guard shipyard, in other places like in Seward where we're seeing shipbuilding and ship maintenance capacity. This isn't a pie-in-the-sky vision. This is happening, and we need to take advantage of it. So that's one area. Of course, tourism, where we're able to at least salvage some of our industry. So important to Alaska, critically important to Southeast. Hammered, of course, by the COVID pandemic. We're able to get the changes in the passenger vessel service to have a fighting chance for our tourism this year. All of you have worked so hard on that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Critical minerals and rare earths. Again, Alaska has these in abundance. Our nation needs it. We should be mining and processing these. We're making some progress in the Congress on these issues. There's provisions in the infrastructure bill that focus on that. Our world-class fisheries. Like I said, we had the Deputy Secretary of Commerce in Alaska the last couple days, all about fisheries, all about making sure we remain the superpower of seafood with sustainable, best-run fisheries in the country. Timber, yes, we are going to continue to fight for our timber industry. This is where, unfortunately, the federal government has not been helpful at all, but we're going to continue to fight it. And so when we look at all these things, more ships, Coast Guard, infrastructure, tourism, critical minerals, fisheries, this is a vision we think is important for a long-term, healthy, diversified economy. And I just want to thank all of you, because you're the people that make that happen. We just passed an infrastructure bill. Yes, there were some things in there that I didn't like, but overall, whether it's broadband, whether it's a ferry system, whether it's ports, harbors, bridges, whether it's billions of dollars of loan guarantees for the Alaska natural gas pipeline and LNG project, whether it's critical minerals, whether it's permitting reform to get projects done more quickly. There's going to be a lot in that if it passes the House that's really good for our economy, small businesses, and working families. I know that's what all of you stand for. I can't thank you enough for your great efforts in that regard. Know that my door is always open to continue to work together on these critical issues. Thanks a lot. Have a great conference.